Oh yeah, pipe smokers. Yeah, this is the Paul Gilson YouTube channel, and you guessed it, I am Paul Gilson, aka Paul the Pipe Guy. Yeah. Um, so yeah, we've got a good show for you tonight. Yeah, it's Thursday, the 12th of June, 2025. So grab your favorite pipe, grab your favorite blend, and grab your favorite beverage, and let's set something on fire together. Yeah. Yeah, so what a beautiful day. It's currently 73 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Beautiful blue skies. It's 7:30 p.m. on Thursday evening, the 12th. And what a beautiful day it's been. Yeah. So yeah, I wish I was sitting on the front porch of my new house, but in a week and a half, I will be there sitting on the front porch of my new house, a huge porch, fully enclosed. I'll have all the windows open, and it's just going to be great to do videos out there and everything. And we're going to have a great summer, great 4th of July. I just can't wait. Yeah. So what we have is we have my other Peterson of Dublin bowl number 606. This one is a fish scale and very, very thick walls. And I just can't help myself. Being that it's summer and everything, I just love the taste of this black Irish twist. It's just like unbelievable. I cut it up, chopped it up, rubbed it out, all that stuff. And man, that's barbecue there, man. People like brown Irish twist. They like the rum Irish twist. I have both of those, and then I have the black Irish twist. My favorite is the black Irish twist. So let's get ready to start something on fire. And oh yeah, here we go. Look at that pipe. That pipe is gorgeous. It's bowl number 606, Peterson. Black Irish twist. Look at that tobacco rise up. So I had a good day today and so forth, and every day's a good day, really. It's been very stressful buying this house. If all of you have gone through the ups and downs with me, many prayers sent, and I thank you for that. That is so good. Black Irish twist. I might have to do a couple relights on it. I may not have let it sit out long enough. You want to give it a good half hour, because any of the twists are very moist. So yeah, I actually dodged a huge bullet. When I first went through the house that I'm buying, that I'm going to be closing on Monday, my realtor, she's probably in her early to mid 30s, or probably early 30s, but she's very astute and I may or may not have shared this, but she went through, she checked all the water and everything, turned the sink on in the kitchen, good water pressure, sink on, The bathroom, good water pressure. Flush the toilet, flush fine. When she came to the shower and turned that on, there was hardly any water coming out. And she's like, Paul, we have to put this in the contract. The seller has to fix this. And I said, fine, it's probably just the valve or whatever. Well, she dodged a huge bullet for me. I texted her yesterday, and I forgot to mention this, I think, in last night's video. And I asked her, I says, does the seller have everything fixed with, the tub water pressure? And she's like, oh, let me follow up on that. And she texted me back, and I said, well, if you're following up on it, can you find out what was wrong and what they had to do to repair it? And she's like, yeah, let me look into it. I'll be back with you. Apparently, the main water line from the street city water to the house had either a break or a leak in it. And I was like, I don't understand why all the other water seemed to have good pressure. And then I was talking with one of our top maintenance guys today. He's like, oh yeah, if there's a leak or a break in the water line on the way to the house, everything will seem fine except the shower, which requires an extreme amount of pressure. And she's like, yeah, that's what it was. I said, well, how'd they fix it? She says, they dug the whole line up from the house to the road, replaced the whole line, and she sent me the invoice, and I'm looking, and it was over $5,200. I never would have thought to check anything with the water. But my realtor, as young as she is, thought about that and was like, I got to check this out. And she's the one that discovered it. I would have moved into this house, had no water in the shower, and been like, what the heck? So the seller had to pay over $5,200 to have everything dug up, a brand new water line from the city water main to the house replaced totally through the house and into the house. And I was just like, wow, that's a huge bullet that she dodged for me. Because after closing this house, I'm going to be stone cold broke. All right. Well, not stone cold broke, but I'm not going to have $5,000 sitting around. So it's all replaced and everything. It's been all inspected, totally certified and everything. We're all good with that. Thank the Lord for her. That could have been a huge thing for me, where I'd probably have to save for a year or two to get it fixed, and now it's fixed. It's Black Irish twist. So thank you, Lord, for giving me a great realtor who's observant and smart. She's of Slavic descent. I don't think she was born here in the United States. Her name is Belma, and a beautiful young lady. But she's intelligent, man. She knows what to look for in a house. And thank God put it in the contract that they had to fix that, or I would be screwed. Anyways, enough of that, you know. This Black Irish Twist is just so good. I love this stuff, man. This pipe is not heating up at all. I got a blessing, a huge blessing. My good friend John Kruger called me up shortly after I got home today, and we talked about the house. We talked about, when him and I talk, it's like an hour and a half conversation, and you don't know really where the time has gone, but all of a sudden you realize, hey, we've had a great conversation. And his beautiful wife Paula had just come home after an hour and a half conversation with him on the phone tonight. And I was like, look, let me let you go to your beautiful wife. And, you know, and just such great people. And I've talked to his wife, Paula, and just a wonderful couple. That's just a wonderful blessing to me. That there's so many people in the YouTube pipe community. I don't want to start naming people because then I might forget somebody and they'll be like, what about me? But you know, there's a lot of people that I talk to actually personally on the phone that are just great inspirations, and there's great people that have become my family within the YouTube pipe community. And they're not posers. They're like real people that really care a lot. And I don't think you find that in any other communities, on the internet or anything like that. I just think the YouTube pipe community is just special like that. And so I've met people from all over the world, talked to people from all over the world. I'm just very thankful and grateful for all of you. Starting to get the hiccups, so I'm getting a neck hit. I'm going to take a little break. We'll be right back in a nanosecond. Yeah, so I'm just settling down from this neck hit from this. I'm just going to smoke a cigarette now. Cheers. I got a cold Busch beer here. So, John, it was great to talk to you this evening. The hour and a half just flew by. We talked about a million different things. We talked about a lot of things. And so, the people in the YouTube pipe community are like, most of them are like top notch people. A lot of them are very successful individuals, very intelligent, and so I've surrounded myself with a good group of those people within the YouTube pipe community. And sometimes they need advice, sometimes I do. It's a brother and sisterhood, But so within 9 days, I'm going to be recording my first video from my new house. And I can't wait to do that. I've decided that I'm not going to smoke in my house. I may occasionally smoke a pipe in the house but definitely no cigarettes. And I looked it up on YouTube, um, and it basically said that if you smoke a pipe in your house, it doesn't turn the walls yellow, but cigarettes will. The reason being, there is so many chemicals in that cigarette, plus it's wrapped in paper. That creates the yellowness and the stickiness on your walls. I remember my grandparents' house, my grandfather, he smoked a pipe every day, multiple times. And, there was none of that yellowness on the walls or ceilings or any of that stuff, because it's pure tobacco. And I really wish I knew what blends that he smoked. I'll have to ask my uncle. My uncle's 95 years old, still drives a car, still healthy as a horse, and he lives I don't know, probably 45 minutes from here. I'll have to ask him on our next conversation, what did Grandpa smoke? I mean, he smoked everything. He smoked, when he was younger, cigarettes, cigars, a pipe, all that stuff. I think it's important to know where your roots are from. So that was a huge deal, though, where my realtor saved me on that water line. She just sensed it. And it just was like, something's not right here. We got to put this in the contract. The seller has to fix it. And when she did that, when I put my first offer in, it was $125,000 for the house. They were asking $139,900. I won't get into all the logistics of why they were asking that price. The house is worth $150,000. Okay, I got it appraised twice. Both of them came back at that. So she calls me on a Saturday and she's like, "Oh, well, if you raise your offer from 125 to 128,000, they'll fix those things." And I was like, I got to think about that for a day or two. I think those things ought to be fixed. And I'm telling you, within 10 minutes, my phone was ringing and it was her. And she's like, they're nice, warm, welcoming people that are selling this house. It wouldn't surprise me if they were Christians. And they were like, you know what, Paul's right. We're going to fix this and we'll still accept his 125 offer. And thank God she did that. It's just, that would have been, can you imagine buying a house being broke? Maybe you only have $1,000 or $2,000 in the bank after you buy a house. Those of you who've bought houses that, you struggled to buy them, you saved up, and then, everybody's asking for all this money. I was teasing people at work. I got to show you this. I said, this is what happens when you buy a house. Here's where I put my wallet. People have been gnawing at my wallet, okay? They're gnawing right through my back pocket to get to every dime I have in this wallet here. And, I had people at work laughing about that and stuff. But it's the truth. I mean, everybody wants, when you buy a house, everybody wants a piece of you. And if you want to buy a house, you got to be willing to accept that. So, yeah, she really saved my fanny. Anyways, yeah, we're going on 20 minutes have just flown by. You know, who knows where the time goes. So, in 9 days, I'm going to do a video after I get all moved in. It'll be on the 21st of June from my new home. Yeah. I'm going to close on the house on Monday, which will be the 16th. I'm going to have my car loaded up with all small stuff. Loaded. And then I'm going to take it over there, and then I'll load it all up with small stuff. I'll do that for 5-6 days in a row. And then my son's got the big 26-foot U-Haul that he's like, look, I got the U-Haul covered. You don't have to pay me to help you, Dad. You know, you've done a lot for me. I just want to do this for you. It's like, I'll have a buddy there. Just throw him $100. You know, we'll get some food. It's like, that's all good, you know. Anyways, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy. Life is good, and God works in strange, mysterious ways. If you watched last night's video, you'll understand what I'm talking about. I got a double blessing yesterday. So, yeah. Paul the Pipe Guy, still alive from the outskirts of Rochester, New York, and the video that I do on the 21st, after I move in there, I'm going to say it's Paul the Pipe Guy live from Rochester, New York, and that's going to be that. You know, and I'll be in my house. This place will be my landlord's responsibility. I'm going to clean it all up, spiff it all up. I'm not going to leave here like a piece of garbage or anything like that. I'm going to hire a girl that's going to come through after I move all out, clean everything up the best she can, you know, and we'll, go from there. Yeah. And a new chapter in my life is going to start, which I'm extremely thankful to the Lord for. I'm extremely thankful for all of you who have steadfastly said prayers, put me in prayer circles. My mom, you know, extremely thankful for her. If it wasn't for all you people, if it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for my mom, and if it wasn't for me working hard and saving money up, this would never occur. So I'm very grateful. Thank you all. God bless you all. And have a great Thursday night. Paul the Pipe Guy, over, but not out.